We shall endure. Anything else out here? Negative. Alright, so we hook around here. There's the bridge. Schlep on out to Rostok. Actually, I'm going to check one last time and see if there is a quicker location nearby. It does not look like it. Yeah, the chemical plant's all the way over here. Sweat if you do, sweat if you don't. Actually, if I pound one of them Hercules drugs, is that enough? Yes! Now we're talking. I gotta pick up more of these. I assume I can get them from medics or something. Yeah, I agree. There was a little more variety in the encounters you saw. Like, you had freedom and duty kind of clashing out there, but, you know, there were more... The loners had a more of an active presence. Bandits were more commonly roaming around. It felt like the mercenaries had an agenda, besides just occasionally showing up. The military in particular feels like a weird inclusion in this, since you already have the Ward as the official zone cops. And every time you run into the military, they're hostile, even though nominally the Ward is working in conjunction with them. It's a little... Their presence is a little awkward. Like, it makes sense... They make sense around the S.T.A.L.K.E.R facility. Oh, hey, it's the other side of that thing. Alright, let's see if we can cross in through here. But yeah, like that time I encountered them just outside the Ward base at the chemical plant, and the Ward troopers just stood there stone-faced while they were shooting at me. The military was shooting at me. And they even hit and killed some of the Ward troopers. They didn't do anything. Alright, so there's a way in. Pardon me. Yeah, the mercs, they show up every now and then. Like, I think that camp we got the collar from was one of them, and that's about it. There's a few of them that showed up in scripted sequences, but that's pretty much it. Alright. Howdy, folks. Alright. Let's offload some of these things. Can I sell this here? No. Right. The Saiga... Right, we're gonna sell one of them. Alright, sell that. Sell that. We're gonna hang on to that. Yeah, I think it's time to bid a bittersweet but fond farewell to the Grom. Let's see what it costs to fix up the Dnipro. Did get a decent return from modded guns. So it's not a total waste when you make an investment and move on to another weapon. But yeah, gear is definitely the true coin of the realm here. Alright. Oh, are you fucking for real? The technician can't install this upgrade. Oh, that hurts. That's pretty cold, game. That's pretty cold. Alright, it is what it is. Alright, let's get us some proper bullets. Oh dear, do you not sell ammo for this? Fuck me. Okay then. Alright, well, let's load up on shotgun ammo then. We'll cope. Cope and seethe, I guess. Right. I was gonna check on the medic and see if they got drugs for sale. And you know, while I'm here, I might as well do another arena fight. Didn't get too far in this. Alright. Excuse me, sir. Are you drug man?
Oh.
I need pills. Hell yes! I will take all of that.
Бачу, сподобався тобі гарячий прийом у нашої публіки.
By moments.
Тоді пропоную вийти проти інших наших улюбленців. Мутантів. Поки ставки 10-1. Не на твою ж користь, звісно.
That's alright. I'm about to make one person rich.
І що там за мутанти?
Свіжачок. Вранішній улов. Тому і познайомитися не встиг. Але ікла і кігті у них точно в наявності. Це я гарантую.
do
Мутанти
it.
так мутанти. Можеш ставити на мою перемогу.
Ага, був тут до тебе один. Так само казав. А що в підсумку? Що?
Blah, blah, etc. Open the gate, Arnie.
Так, ти правила знаєш. Свій мотлох мені, те, що для бою у шафці.
On it.
А хто там на арені?
Зараз один клоун дресирувальник.
Oh, it's probably a snork.
Навіть самому цікаво. Жируть його чи ні? Я і на те, і на друге поставив.
Okay.
Щось таки
I don't think the
зіграє.
math works out on that, but, you know.
Зброю хоч нормальну
I
даси?
suppose they at least pay you to be here, so
Неси.
whatever.
Кращу, ніж минулого разу. Хоча справа не в стволі, а в прямих руках. Все, давай. Звірята вже готові до зустрічі.
Right. Alright. So I got a sawed-off shotgun. Not bad for hunting mutants. Weaker mutants, at least.
Сьогодні в тебе побачення з челюстю зони. Тут з нею ласкавим.
Alright, doggos. Oh shit, a pseudodog? Hold on a second, I got an idea. I am under no obligation to play fair here. Yeah. Mutant blood sports. Human hubris like this has never been punished. Most definitely nothing will go wrong. Exactly. Ah, of course. You know what? Hold on a second. Damn it. Yeah, I'd like to, but nobody makes coffee out here. It's all vodka and water. You'll need to get yourself a Mr. Coffee. Alright, if history is any guide, the real pseudo is fucking off in a corner somewhere. Yeah, not even water, really. Ow. Vodka just means water. Oh, wow, really? I did not know that. Learn something new every day. Come on, one of you's gotta be real. There you are. Hey, now, don't rush me into the grave just yet. Got a couple hits in. Voda is... Oh, okay, Voda is water, vodka is vodka. Alright. Neat. Suddenly it all makes sense. Hey, 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 hey. There you are. Come here, you. Running out of ammo here. Damn it. Might need to reload. In fact, I think I will. I think back in the Middle Ages, it was actually safer to drink alcohol than water. Because of the brewing process removed impurities or bacteria or something. Little trick: if you drop everything just inside the door when exiting, it's still there at the start of the next round, so you can have more ammo. Oh, clever. Okay, so it's cheaper, but not cheaper relative to non-alcoholic. Alright. That's actually not a bad idea. That's a common exploit in video games. Some cases you can actually get away with that. Like, I know that was a thing in Darkwood when you confront the... When you confront the Wolfman in the second act. And... it's kind of a caged arena fight. Because he makes you give up your... he makes you give up your ammo and weapons and basically everything. And you have to defend yourself with just a... I think just like a table leg and a throwing knife or something. But you can drop stuff in the arena. And deal with it that way. Alright, there he is. God damn it. I got a couple good hits in. Okay, yeah, that's what we'll do. We are going to... We're gonna cheese this a little. They give you just a little too much to deal with. Alright. Inch in here. We'll drop all. And... drop all. There we go. Alright.
Так,
Gaming hard or hardly gaming? Oh, I probably should have brought some, should have dropped some med kits. Damn it. Oh, I must not have grabbed the, damn it. Didn't grab the grenades. Oh well. Alright. What we can do is see if we can get him to cluster around a barrel. Jesus Christ. I might resolve this off camera. I feel like this fight's just gonna be an asshole. Yeah, no, forget it. Never mind. What I'll probably do with the arena quests is I will poke at them off camera and leave the more interesting ones to deal with during the stream. As much as I do enjoy a good arena fight, pseudodogs are just a pain in the ass to fight with starting weapons. Or early game weapons. Alright, so there's a collar over here we can run and get. The other one is way the hell over here. Let us grab the nearest one first. I feel like I'm gonna let these guys deal with whatever that is. I've worked hard enough today. Okay, can we carefully drop down without having to circle halfway around the map? Is a ridge right there, but I'm too lazy. Easy. Beautiful. Tank through it, Skiff. Alright. Other one's out here somewhere. Actually, that ward patrol might work in our favor. Oh, we got Snorks. What? Oh, no, 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 no. Snorks do not disarm you. We have us a, fucking Bureau out here. Wait. Did it? Did the Snork disarm me? Huh. I think it did. I did not know they could do that. Alright, learn. They did teach an old dog new tricks. Hey, 545. Like 10 bullets, but whatever. Okay, so the collared enemies are going to have tricks. That's actually kind of clever. Signifies they are different from your average bear. Or feral gopnik in this case. Alright. Yeah, we're actually not that far from the slag heap. You know what? I'll head over there and buy some 5s, and then we'll go for the last, or the second to last column. Oh, did the pseudodog trick, and the pseudo giant had poltergeist powers. Oh, okay. So we're getting kind of a mix and match thing. Interesting. I'll have to pay attention. All right. Hey, buddy, long time no see. Oh, that's more like it. Gimme, gimme. Alright, so we need to get way over here. And annoyingly... Nearest is going to be Skidovsk. Right. Mr. Guide Man. We may not get that apartment, but we'll at least get some physical fitness in. And you gotta figure if he spends all his time just chilling at home and watching TV, he probably was letting himself go. So if anything, this little excursion has led to some degree of personal improvement. Even if it hasn't gotten him any closer to financial stability, but yeah. That is promised to no one out here. Hey, buddy.
Здорово, мужик.
You know, I'm curious. Are you selling rockets, or no? Apparently not. Ah, well. Would have been nice. It's just pistol SMG ammo. Never mind. Alright, that's probably what I'm looking for, or close enough to it. Alright. Be ready for trouble, Skiff. That's a ticket. Wait for it. Wait for it. Yeah, that is something I do miss. Not enough endurance boosters. They just sprint endlessly. I mean, I assume if you get enough of them, you can sort of replicate the effects, but probably not to the same degree. Yeah, it is kind of an enormous map, and a lot of the space I feel like is kind of overkill. I mean, I do appreciate that you're... Here we go. Alright. We'll do that. Was that guy running? He was. Zombies, huh? Alright. We'll do that. Yeah, you need a few more points of interest to justify the space. Otherwise, it's just kind of separating out the content. Ah! Hey! Huh. What were you carrying, sir? Oh, fuck me. We need to get to shelter. Down? Just drop down? Can I climb down? Fuck it. This is no teleportation zone, no kidding. But A-Life instead gave us something so closely similar to Skyrim, other games where enemies just spawn around you. Yeah, you can definitely tell when you're close to a spawn point, and I have seen enemies just kind of visibly pop in clusters. Breaking verisimilitude just a bit. And don't get me wrong, I more than tolerate a certain level of jank from these games, which get quite a bit more leeway than other games for that, but there's a difference between stuff that is entertaining and fun to laugh at, and stuff that is an impediment to enjoying the game. Again, as we've discussed, the modding community is going to have their work cut out for them with this one. Yeah, that was something I missed. And that was something you could track, like, if you found a wounded stalker in the wild and you helped them, they would change from neutral to ally, and, you know, there'd be a way to single them out later in the game. And not always in a scripted way, just in a, hey, I've seen this character before. And, you know, they're all dudes wearing these same flavors of armor and masks and such. But it's still kind of nice to have that continuity, to see this character that we've seen before show up later. Looks like we're good. Like, I remember that was a thing with the guy you rescue early in Garbage, who joins up to help with the squad defend one of the junkyards. And he's just some random loner. But I ran into him later in the game, still in Garbage, but, like, rolling with another group of guys, and he had himself a submachine gun. And it gave the impression that he had gone on and had his own adventures off camera. And I kind of like stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. No, I agree. That gave the world a lot of flavor. Alright. This will weigh us down. Actually, let's drop a few things. I need this ammo. Yeah. Almost certainly he had done something to get on your contract shit list. Uh-oh. Oh, shit! Ah! We have us a controller, and they're doing something a lot more... Ah, shit! Alright. This fill is gonna be a beefy one. Yeah, or somebody's been hitting the discount burritos again. Yeah, you know. Maybe you just nommed on some really stale sausage. I mean, I assume these guys have to, eat. Oh, is there a guy here now? Oh man, if we loaded the game and another dude is here, that'd be hilarious. And actually, maybe I can coax him into killing some of these guys. Yeah, that is a bandit there. Alright. This might be a rare opportunity. Well, no, he's kind of running off. Never mind. I was gonna see if we could somehow bait him into fighting the, controller. That's something that definitely doesn't happen often. Alright. Old boy's out there somewhere. Haha, get fucked. Alright. The Saiga is going to be a worthy investment. This might not be an endgame shotgun, but it's good enough for me. Now, if I could just find someone who can repair the bloody thing. Or mod it. Condensed milk. Why not? Yeah, we're good on that for now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, hey! Oh, damn, we're being raided. Hey, Orange! Ah, fuck me. Just in time to see me get owned. Yeah, I had a bit of a late start. Yeah, we're going for another 15 minutes. Yeah, good to see you, Orange. How's it going tonight? Hang on, I'll give you a quick shout out. Oh, hey, it already did me. It did that for me. Nice. So what were we playing? Were we playing more of Blueprints tonight? Where'd you go? Just a second. Oh, you actually saw it on the model. Nice. Blueprints, yeah, I read an interesting book that seems to have no puzzle implications. Huh, nice. Getting some lore dumps, huh? Alright, I'm liking the Dnipro. It's got good gun feel. Hey! A book about some legend that didn't seem terribly relevant. Well, you know. You figure in a lot of cases that has like a 50-50 chance of either being literal or just a metaphor for something related to what's going on. Video games just can't help themselves. And storytelling in general. It was a good story, though. And, you know, sometimes that's it. That was the thing I always appreciated about some of the lore books in Morrowind. Like, they tell an interesting story to go with, like, a skill book or something, and you'd... In addition to learning the skill, or getting an improvements, you would get something... You would get told a story that was relevant to it. Like, I distinctly remember one about some locksmith's apprentice, who was, like, the locksmith was kind of an asshole, and the apprentice was very talented, so he tried to teach her a lesson. She was methodical in how she studied locks, and very patient in getting them open, and he was trying to teach her, listen, sometimes you're going to be under pressure. And so he ended up locking her in a room with a sleeping vampire, and tried to teach her a lesson about about the importance of getting a lock open quickly. And, you know, that kind of scared her straight for a minute, but later on in the story, she develops a lock from her study of locks, and returns the favor on her teacher. Only this time, she built the lock herself to see if he can pick it, which he can't. And so, yeah, he can't get it open in time with the vampire knobs on him. Oh, yeah, he absolutely had that coming. Yeah, the game was just chock full of interesting stories like that. Ooh, activity out there. Someone reading a book in Oblivion about a guy who assisting someone in studying vampires. At the end of the story, he investigates a vampire case. It was mysterious, shady. Their vampire clan was very good at wiping out any trace of their existence. After giving the guy who was helping the full story of the vampire clan, the assistant branded his fangs. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, he was like learning various vampire weaknesses and such. Like one of them... One of them could turn into a gaseous form. One of them could survive being frozen. Or like he dealt with by drowning it or something. Again, a lot of good stories in that game. A lot of good little side stories in that game. Alright, let's offload some stuff. Alright, back to the bar. Sir, your teleportation powers are needed. So we gotta go way the hell over here for that last collar. We might not get there. What we'll probably do is go here to this camp. See what the next story beat is and call it there. Because I assume that's going to be on the way. Can we get there? Can we go north from the bar? I assume so. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, this will be interesting. The last time we visited the Red Forest in these games was in Clear Sky. That was kind of a big obstacle on your way to the endgame area. Sort of also the case in Shadow of Chernobyl, but it was more a destination because you were trying to get into the facility that was there, the Brain Scorcher. And as you might imagine, they were dangerous locations, and that's kind of where the game started throwing its more exotic threats at you. So, what are we looking at in terms of terrain? There's a big question mark there. Yeah. You know, I should probably follow the road. With any luck, there'll be a camp there we can use. So I get the feeling it's not going to be as simple as heading to this place and finding Doctor. I feel like he's going to be... Oh. not exactly in a position to talk to us. Maybe, possibly. You guys friendly? I got a fun idea. Why work harder than I have to? Yeah, a lot of psi radiation. I can see that. Kind of curious who wins this. You know what? I might need to step in. Just a sec, guys. Brought some party favors. Yeah, maybe they got him. Nice, they did get him. Thanks, guys. Some people are just really nice. Alright. These are just bandits. Kinda glad I didn't waste ammo on them. Alright, good enough. You guys can have the rest. Thank you much, gentlemen. Your contribution to this playthrough is appreciated. Alright, here we go. Those crows? I think they were. Again, some of the game's best moments are where you're kind of on your own and not in the middle of any big set-piece fight, just going from A to B and wondering what's out there. Alright. Got anything? Not really. All quiet on the bridge, but it did scare the crap out of this stalker. He's only about a sweet stash. Near the cliff, left of the bridge. Can't check it out myself. Gotta keep a low profile. Gotcha. We'll swing by on the next raid and get it. Alright. So something tells me going for this stash is gonna be, guarded. I didn't see where it was. Fuck this, I'm dropping this here. Discreet stash, you find it good on you. Yeah. Anyway, what's in here? Oh, alright. All sorts of goodies. Yeah, you know what, I'll take it all, why not? Uh-oh. We'll let them deal with the dogs. Alright, does the road go here? It does not. Let's go through the woods. Damn! Can we jump up here? Damn. Just ignore the sounds of complications, Skiff. You've got enough of those in your life. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to minimize your profile in a fight and let the enemy deal with each other. Occasionally the game janks out, but it doesn't seem like mutants obviously prefer you as the target over enemies, or over other threats. I was very amused to see bloodsuckers and dogs fighting each other. Alright. Hearing wibbly wobbly, but is that a dude? Alright, those are dudes.
Не треба було його сюди тягти. Нас могли самих убити. А ти ще хотів галявину обшукати.
Не волай. Він тобі півроку тому життя врятував. Не можна було його там лишати.
Мертвим похір де лежати. А мені ще ні. Ти подивися, хто міг таке з людиною зробити.
I mean, is it really that much worse than any other
Відомо
death in the
хто.
zone?
Ці найманці. Шукали доктора, а знайшли сивого.
Ooh, okay.
Херня. Навіть найми на таке не здатні.
Люди не мутанти. Вони на все здатні. А тепер помовч. Мені треба зрозуміти, чим це сивого так. Може, тоді цих виродків вистежимо.
Excuse me, sir.
Вибач, вільне, але ти невчасно. Ми сьогодні не торгуємо.
Так,
Take it easy,
то
guys.
нахер.
Yeah, we'll be wrapping up
І
shortly.
двері за собою прикрий.
Не торгуємо, але поговорити можемо. Лише недовго. Сам бачиш, що тут
Yeah,
відбувається.
it always feels a little silly when factions gang up on the player.
Хто його так?
Якби ж я знав. Двоє наших пішли за замовленням для Миклухи. І одного ми знайшли неподалік отаким. Може, це найманці, які тут нещодавно з'явилися? Хто зна, що йому голову стрельне?
Yeah, everyone else in the world goes, wow, this guy is important.
Їм платять, вони роблять. А сивого
Yeah, you can feel they're kind of built
його
around what a player
спеціально
does.
так порізали, щоб довше мучився.
Я шукаю доктора. Мені сказали, ви можете знати, де він.
І ти теж.
Okay, whoa. Dude.
А ну відповідай.
You're at like a 10. I need you at like a
Опусти
2 or
ствол.
3, alright?
Негайно. А ти вільний скажи, нащо тобі доктор?
Я стрільця шукаю. А доктор знає, де його знайти.
Не знаю, нащо тобі стрілець, але навіть доктора знайти непросто. Ніхто не знає, де доктор оселився. Знаємо лише, що він допомагає пораненим і людям, і мутантам. Років зо 5 тому він мені життя врятував.
Що ж він сивому не поміг? Доктор.
Yeah, except when you need something, that's when they foist all their
Пилососу Мацака
grunt
на
work
сраку
on you.
присилав. Чи мисливець гірший за тварюку, а?
Не допоміг, значить не зміг. Або не захотів. А може, найманці його вже самі знайшли.
Huh.
Ці найманці теж шукають доктора.
Приходили нещодавно. Питали, як його знайти, де востаннє його бачили. Я розповів, що міг, особливо за ті гроші, що вони запропонували. Знав би, що з цього вийде, хліборізку, як Шершень каже, підзавалив би.
Розкажи більше про доктора.
Може, ще пісню заспівати? Спочатку наймам розкажи, тепер вільним.
Гірше вже не буде. Доктор – це місцева легенда. Де його знайти, ніхто не знає, але якщо ти поранений, він сам тебе знайде і допоможе. Ну, зазвичай допомагав.
А я тобі кажу, це все доктор. Ми його тваринок б'ємо, от він на нас і обізлився.
Дурень ти, Шершня. Доктор мені життя одного разу врятував. А я тут уже 10 років полюю.
Let's see.
Тобто ти бачив доктора.
Як тебе оце зараз. Тільки в мене дірка на все пузо була. Тож я його майже не запам'ятав.
Yeah, I was under the effect of a lot of painkillers and had a ton of vodka that day. But, you know, I totally saw him.
Рана промита і зашита, і навіть рація заряджена. Хлопці потім казали, що мене тиждень не було. Тож ти, Шершня, не слухай. Доктор ніколи нікого не вбивав, лише допомагав.
Huh.
Чим ви взагалі тут займаєтесь?
Плоти і на тушняк розводимо. Полюємо, що ж іще. Не всім же по
Honestly,
аномаліях
that's
лазити
not
людей
half
до
bad an
природи.
idea.
То вчені за мутантів
I imagine they're
платять,
basically
то
livestock.
воля замовлення піджене. Живем добре, коротше.
Hell yeah, mix your meds.
Я раніше в лісі почувався як удома.
That's what all the pros
А
do.
тепер ніби знову в
Don't
полон
mix your meds,
потрапив,
kids.
як тоді на смітнику. Усюди вороги і тікати нема куди.
Ми їх знайдемо.
Або вони нас, як сивого.
І все ж, з чого мені почати пошуки?
Сивий мав полювати там, де доктора бачили. Щоправда, давно, але кращих зачіпок у мене нема. Якщо це були найманці, то може вони щось по собі лишили.
Так от нащо ти тут ляси точив 2 години? Вирішив вільного відправити галявину обшукати?
I like that little shake of the head. He's like,
Ти сталкера шукаєш
Ignore this
доктора,
guy, he's kind of
а
an
я
asshole.
виродків, які сивого вбили. От і допоможемо одне одному.
Не слухай його, вільний. За замовленням Миклухи пішло 2. Сивий і новенький. А повернулися? От, сам бачиш. Нечисте тут діло. Підеш, теж не повернешся.
well, it's not like I got anything else going on.
Дякую за попередження і допомогу.
Якщо це найманці, будь обережний. А якщо не вони, то ще обережніший будь.
А ліпше вали звідси, поки не пізно. І поки ще можеш.
Alright. Well, we got a lead at least. Something tells me it's not going to be a simple job tracking down the doctor, and we're probably going to run into those mercenaries and God only knows what else. Feels like while we're looking for Strelok, Strelok is making his own moves and is somewhere out there acting in response to what's going on with the sea consciousness. We will find out more about their plans next time. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Have a good night, and see you next time. Tomorrow night we'll be doing something a little bit special. Be back to Fate Grand Order, but also going to be doing a little bit of reading. I'll explain when we get there, but we're going to have a little bit of a variety night. So yeah, take it easy, folks. See you next time.